What is the third key to growth? Hi, I'm Brian J. Pombo. Welcome back to Brian J. Pombo Live, coming to you every day live today from Grants Pass, Oregon, here in the Brian J. Pombo headquarters. And I'm going to talk about the third key to growth. We're counting all 7 major keys to growth, which also happens to be the steps of my Worthington method. And we're going to talk about the third one right now, but first I wanted to let you know that if you are a business owner or an executive that's in the self-reliance field, meaning you've got products and services that help people to become more self-reliant, then I'm going to suggest you go to dreambizchat.com. There's a video there. Go watch it for free. Let me know what you think. And that's dreambizchat.com. Click on the link in the description or go there by typing it in directly. So, what's the third key to growth? So we talked about the first 2 keys. First step being really determining your destination. The second step being identifying your obstacles. The third step is identifying your assets. Now, what's an asset? And what do I mean by an asset in terms of your business structure? So there's 2 main places I'm gonna key into here. One is the definition that Robert Kiyosaki has for an asset, which is basically anything that's putting money into your pocket on a regular basis. That's an asset, something that is continually giving. It's producing for you. And that's in terms of kind of an investment asset. You can talk about it in that sense. But in the direct business sense, I also heard Frank Kern, who's a marketing guru and advertising expert out there, who talks about assets in terms of how, when he's consulting with people, he talked about how one of his major steps is determining assets. And it was funny because when I heard him say that, I'm going, well, that's really what I do all the time with my clients, especially when I'm first sitting down with them and we're looking at what they're going to do. It's really the third step is what I end up doing, is identifying their assets. And it's really interesting how me and Frank think a lot alike, because I found that when you find out where you're going to go and you find out what's getting in your way of getting there, then you got to look at what you already have going for you. And that's what your assets are. It's the things that you are either currently doing or have done in the past that have produced positive results for you. And you just want to lay all those out and really just get a really strong understanding of that. Now, that oftentimes will take more than just you doing. If you've got an organization that's more than you, you're going to have to get everybody that's ever been involved in the room as best you can and be able to lay out, okay, what's everything that we've done that's ever worked for us? That is what I'd say is the third step. And it's the third step of, like I was saying, my Worthington method, which I take all of my clients through, especially in the very beginning when we're looking to get some of those major wins in our pocket right away. We got to determine what has worked. Knowing that will allow you to get over those obstacles to eventually reach your destination. So that's just a quick concept, very vague idea, but if you understand it fully, it's the simple things that you aren't doing that can make a difference for your business, that you aren't doing consistently. And that's one of them, identifying your assets. Hey, we'll be back tomorrow with part 4. Thanks for coming by. If you were back here yesterday, if you were listening to this, you never heard yesterday's episode. That's because yesterday's episode was completely silent. I had a house full of sleeping people a lot earlier than I expected to, and so I didn't want to wake anybody, so I just kind of called it quits on yesterday's. One of these unforeseen circumstances. I didn't see it occurring. I didn't see how I wasn't going to be able to do my video early enough, all these things, and it just got to a point where I just had to write out what was going on. So you go back and rewatch that one if you want. There's nothing much to it, but we're going to keep going with these 7 steps. I'll see you tomorrow. In the meantime, get out there and let the magic happen.